You know, Iran don't want no part of America, man. They don't want no philosophies indoctrinated into them. All right, and that's why Russia and China are telling them to get the fuck out, man. Russia especially, telling them to get out of Iran. All right. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's already. Yeah, all these presidents are puppets anyway. You know, and the bankers are the ones controlling these puppets. You know, all these government officials and presidents. They're all puppets for the so-called Illuminati, man. For the federal bankers, the ones who control the riches. They're just doing what they're supposed to be doing. If not, they threaten you or kill you. Simple as that. America, like this brother said earlier, America is put in debt by design, man. You know, from the beginning. That's why Abraham Lincoln, he got assassinated. Because he tried to come up with his own monetary system, you know. He didn't want to deal with that because he knew the end result. You know? So they killed his ass. You should get your precept.
Oh yeah. It's 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, save the Lord.
That's right. The words of prophecy. The words of prophecy, which is famine, all right, the pestilence, the sword, the thermonuclear missiles, all right, redemption for the elect. Go ahead.
It caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
That's right. In the Bible, right?
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, those that fuck up against us, all right? That the Lord said that there was going to be more in that day, in the last days, more scoffers, all right? So they're going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. All these scoffers, all these people talking shit, all right? Especially on the climate board. All right, we come out, we're here every week, all right? And more people are talking shit on the climate board than to our face. Right?
Well, then when these fucking crackers come out here and try to debate with us, they do suck-ass jobs.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like coming up against the prophet. They don't even know the scripture. They know certain scriptures, like I'll just say a scripture, I don't know, quote it, part of it. Right, they don't even understand it. And contradict their own self at the same time.
Yeah, failed to take.
Then you ask them a question, all right? And then you answer with the scripture, and before you read the scripture, they answer completely.
Or they jump to another subject.
Question,
you know? Because they got cut there, niggas run to another area.
So, quick precept, this is Proverbs 26:7. The legs of the lame are not equal, so is a parable in the mouth of fools.
Oh, see that?
So they know the parables, but they don't got the understanding of the parable. But at the same time, they try to flip it on us and talk about how it's our interpretation, it's the way you see it,
yeah,
you know?
You can't do the same thing it up.
Yeah, right.
You know,
but then meanwhile, they're taking John 3:16 and making it what they want it to mean.
Yeah, the devil came up with that breakdown. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, so-called white man came up with John 3:16 applies to everybody. All right.
Yeah, that correlates with him keeping all nations unto him. Because John 3:16 was sufficient for him, and then he's trying to bring everybody together, the whole world.
Yeah.
God so loved the world.
That's right.
Oh,
He transgressed it by wine.
he sold a vagabond throat.
That's right.
Yeah, I appreciate it real quick. So Sirach 21 verse 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it.
Yep.
But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back.
You know, so when they hear stuff like, do not hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, I hate them with perfect hatred, talking about Psalms, that's one, yeah, how are they going to talk about how, you know, that's our interpretation, you can't take one thing and say this, when the whole time you're trying to tell us that the Old Testament don't matter. Oh, well, this was done away with. They pulled that shit out of their ass, right? There's no scripture that says that the Old Testament's done away with. They tell you, that's basically saying, well, you can't pick and choose. Meanwhile, they're saying, well, that was the Old Testament. Oh, well, that's this. Oh, yeah. That don't apply here because John 3:16. Well, what the fuck? That don't apply to us. That applies to you. That's hypocrisy, man. And Esau's the biggest damn hypocrite on the planet Earth. You know? Says one thing and does another. Yeah. You know? So Esau is a damn hypocrite, you know. And he can't. He's not worthy of a debate, you know. Because he either dances around the question or changes the subject, or tells us that's our interpretation. But we got scripture to cover that. There's no such thing as a private interpretation. Huh? Damn.
I know, and you know what's funny is there's been times where we brought out precepts, you know, like do not like hate precepts, all right? Yeah. Before we even elaborate on what the scripture even means, they're going to come back with, well, that's your interpretation. We didn't even interpret it yet.
We're taking it out of context.
Yeah, you're taking it out of context. Well, read the whole thing. Because they just know right there that what we just read to them completely fucked them up. Yeah, totally cuts them, but then they come back with something like, well, you didn't read the whole thing, you're taking it out of context. Well, that's your interpretation. We didn't know anything about it yet. Yeah, we just read it and your thoughts automatically came to you already knew what it was.
Condemned, you know?
Yeah.
The word is condemning. What is that? Shit, fucking good.
But we read precepts, alright, that just are automatic cut precepts, alright? Yeah. We get to the core, all right, of what we're talking about, right? And we use core precepts for that, all right? Yeah, we could go around, read the whole story, all right? Put a big explanation on it.
Yeah, verses is different.
Yeah, there's different things going on. Yeah, different topics.
The subject changes, you know, in a different verse. Yeah. So why we gonna go to the top and it's a different subject?
Yeah. But they don't even understand that. They don't even understand that you're supposed to do line upon line. Here a little, there a little. Here a little, there a little. Because of that exact point the brother just made.
Right, I mean, you got John 3:16, and they got no precept and here a little to prove that means everybody. But we have precept upon precept and line upon line to prove that that's talking about the nation of Israel.
And we're going to words.
Yeah, exactly.
Meaning of words.
Yeah.
Revelations 10 and 9. Then I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
Yeah, and that's what we did, alright? We took this word, alright, took this truth, we ate it up, alright? And it became bitter, alright? Go ahead.
But it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
See, sweet as honey, right? And for someone who's not a complete fucking jackass, all right, like these 2/3, you know, when you hear this word, you know, it's sweet, all right? All right, you hear certain things like, you know, Esau, our fucking enemy, all right, going into slavery, you know, him being paid back for the wickedness that he did to us, all right, us being back unto our former age, you know, that's sweet. Yeah. Yep.
So many months.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and if you build your foundation right, you know, you won't get caught up in any other dust. You know, so you'll be able. So it will be sweet to you, right? You'll I know. For me, I like coming out here, right? You know, it's my job. You know, I look forward to it. I really hate the fact that, you know, these fucking 2/3 still ain't listening, but you know that's their lot. That's the role they gotta play. All right, and my role is to condemn them. All right, my role is, you know, this right here, to either wake up the 1/3 or to condemn the 2/3. You know, and in doing so, you know, Lord willing, I'm of the 1/3.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey.
Yep.
And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
Yep.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again for many people and nations and tongues and kings.
That's what we're supposed to do, all right? You know, don't hold back this truth. When you get this truth, all right, build up a strong enough foundation, you come out and teach, all right? You prophesy the destruction of America. You prophesy the destruction of the 2/3, right?
Yeah. So basically, in the truth, you know, it's going to be sweet and bitter, and it's going to become sweet again. You know, it's going to be like on an emotional roller coaster, so to speak. You know.
I mean, you still go through, you know, some bitter moments, all right? That's the trials and tribulations.